Coffee cold, mine's woke. 2 mics, 1 code. Yeah. Scrolling through the chaos, headlines loud, hearts numb. Then I hear that drip talk, cutting through the hum. Gem with the side eye, true stain with the data in his cup. They don't just gas up dreams, they show you how to level up. Oh, from the hustle to the headlines, from the culture to the grind. Every angle, every timeline, they lace and never waste your time. Welcome to the daily drip. Let it run, let it run, let it hit. Oh, tech and politics, stacking common sense. Turn it up, feel it in your chest. Clicking, let your future flip like describe your own ascent. Every gem, every take, every tip. Oh, yeah. They make it make sense. Yeah. I'm tired from the doom feed, faith in rent thick algorithm playing mind games, selling you the same quick fix. Then I catch that real talk about credit scores and crypto slips. Union fights and AI rights, and why your boss be talking slick. Left lane, right lane, truth rise in the same frame. If it's cap, they call names. If it's facts, they fan flames. Oh yeah. Welcome to the daily drip. Let it run, let it run, let it run, let it hit. Tech and politics, stacking common sense. Turn it up, feel it in your chest. Click in, let your future flip like describe your own ascent. Every gem, every take, every tip. Yeah, they make it make sense. Yeah. From your side gig to your 9 to 5, from the group chat to the bottom line. There's a late night guide through the glitch and grind. If you listen close, you gon' change your life. Change your life. Welcome to the daily drip. Let it run, let it run, let it run, let it hit. Hey, tech and politics, stacking common sense. Turn it up, feel it in your chest. Click in, let your future flip like subscribe to your own ascent. Every gem, every take, every tip. Our daily drip, they make it make sense.
Welcome to our Daily Drip Show. I am your co-host, Jim Jones. Welcome. Happy you're here. So happy to see you. We're happy you're here with us. Make sure you hit that like button since you're already in here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you get up out of here. Along with me is my co-host, Plain Dame. Say hello to the people.
Hey, what's going on? Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you for another awesome show.
I was just distracted, man. I was distracted a second ago watching Instagram, and it's just pure foolery. Before we get into the show, our show is about political politics and news. But before we even get into it, I got to talk about this video real quick. We're not going to show it, but they are brawling on the Carnival cruises, y'all. A brawl at customs. Like, you getting fed time. Like, what are we doing here? Now, before we get to the show, we talk about finances as well. This is what happens when we start letting Klarna, Affirm, and them other folks finance these cruises. It was a Carnival cruise. That's crazy, y'all. Drop some drip in the comments if y'all see some wild stuff on these cruises, man. And we'll get into this politics and news. I just take it back. You fighting at customs, you're gonna get fed time before you even get on a cruise. Y'all ever heard of that?
Right. Middle of the water, they putting you got a fed case, rap.
It's bad enough they got ice through the airports. If you have traveled lately, ice is all the way through the airport. They looking, baby. They in there heavy. And you got the audacity to be full on brawling in customs. Crazy, y'all. I am super surprised. I have lost of words.
Who sponsored this nonsense? Like,
Carnival. They call it the Waffle House of
Wow.
Seas.
oh my God. Yeah, I've been hearing horror stories about them for a while now. That's why I'm like, okay.
It's crazy, y'all. All right, so y'all, let's get into what you came here for. So grab your coffee, your tea, your drink, your juice, your other drink, whatever you got, because reality is kicking hard today, y'all. And in the background, before we get too deep into it, is Cassius Pay. You'll hear him popping in and out. So shout out to him as the producer. So first, we're gonna get into Lindsey Graham's sister in the Senate seat. Now, some of y'all might be like, why are we talking about Lindsey Graham's sister? Okay, so Lindsey Graham was a senator. I say was because he has since passed away. So he is no longer with us. And when he passed away, his sister was designated to be the person that I guess was going to take his place. Now, I'm a little confused on how you just get picked because you related to somebody. I've never seen that, but apparently she lived an American dream in that way. So she has been acting as senator. I'm trying to get this to, it is not letting me do this today, y'all. She has been acting as senator. I say acting because she was actively in a debate
She was knighted.
Technically, yes,
Loyalty.
she was knighted. Technically, yes, she was knighted. Technically, yes. I am struggling to get this to come up. It is really not letting me do this. It's not letting me do none of that. Let's see if, okay, here we go. It's letting me finally, y'all.
All right.
So, knighted by Trump. So Trump said, listen, it was good enough for Lindsey, it's good enough for his sister. So there we go.
Look at you.
Darlene. What'd you say?
Look at you getting good.
I know. Darlene. I recommended to Governor Henry McMaster, Lindsey Graham's wonderful sister, Darlene, to serve as interim senator from the great state of South Carolina. This would be a fabulous tribute to Lindsey, who loved her deal. Now, drop some drip in the comments, y'all. You tell me, y'all want somebody in government power because they were related to somebody?
And all of those from the Dixie State, yes, they had hitherforth said hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray.
Hip hip hooray.
What?
Yeah.
This
One of
is
those
Alice
big
in
deep
Wonderland.
type-
Like, what are we doing here?
Oh, it's old school. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh,
My mother's
they-
brothers were on my cousin's side. Stated that I should run for Senate. So I did. Hip hip. Hip hip hooray.
I mean, lucky but unlucky for her. I mean, she technically, I don't know if she technically asked for it per se. But so what my issue with this, y'all can go take this next, is he didn't say sis did these spectacular things in government, her job, she was with him hand in hand with this campaign. He just said this was her criteria. It would be a fabulous tribute to him because he loved her.
I mean, to be honest, let's keep it real. It's name recognition. When they go down that ballot, it's people that can hardly see. They got trifocals, but they can see Graham at the end of that thing. They go, Graham, I remember that. Close enough.
You seen that
That's
movie, Distinguished Gentlemen? That's all this is. The name you know. Vote for the name you know. And he had to throw some sauce on there. Vote as if it's me on the ballot. I said, damn. Vanity. I said, this dude's vanity is through the roof. It's through the roof. He said, listen, I know y'all don't know her, but you know me. So vote for her as if you're voting for me. I said, okay.
I mean, I guess that that actually makes sense in that context, if that's where they were going with that. So let's go ahead and maybe some people think we're being hard. Maybe some people think we're being hard on her because of that. But I want to show y'all a little bit of the debate that happened so you can have your own view of.
Let's see this, because it's gonna be somebody who never was in a cage match fighting somebody who been doing something.
Yeah,
let's look at this.
It's a telltale right here.
Hours
So
it's like you got 10 seconds, you got 10 days to make weight, bitch.
So
Right.
She's running against Ralph Norman. And then I'm gonna cut to Megyn Kelly after we drop some drip in the comments. Let us know.
Like, why you fighting? Why you holding
you-
your fist with your thumbs out? You about to break
You
your
vote-
hand.
You voting for Darlene? Drop some drip in the comments.
Way until early voting begins for next week's special primary runoff. Voters will decide the Republican nominee for U.S. Senate. Senator Darlene Graham and Congressman Ralph Norman are on the ballot.
The candidates were on the debate stage earlier tonight to answer questions about the big topics in Washington, D.C.
Our Nate Stanley shares some of the highlights.
With just days until Election Day and on the eve of early voting, both candidates believe that they have a chance to win over South Carolina voters. Senator Darlene Graham said during the debate and after that she doesn't have all the answers to the questions, but said that she would stick with the Trump agenda and reiterated his endorsement of her. Congressman.
That's it.
That was it. You good?
He like
nothing else?
He likes me. He really likes me. That's.
He said, "Hold up. I'm gonna just tell you right now. I didn't come here to take no tests. What I did
hold
come
on.
here was to flex.
Hold that before.
Hold up. I got my legal
and convince you to sign it.
No pulled punches Tuesday as Congressman Ralph Norman and Senator Darlene Graham squared off for the last round of debate before Election Day.
That is just not true. It's like all these ads you're placing. It's fake. No, what happened?
At one point, Senator Graham was asked about ongoing unrest between Taiwan and China and whether that's an issue of national security.
I'm not that informed on national security, so. But I do support the military.
Congressman Norman gave his answer.
Before we get, did you hear what she
you
said?
gotta pause this, man. You gotta pause this. Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
Okay,
nothing about chicken.
I'm just gonna say
but I know
off top, the theme of this show for today is what happens when the thing you pay into stops protecting you. That is the theme of this damn show for tonight. What happens when the thing you pay into, your taxes, stops protecting you? And this is gonna go across a lot of the stories today. This is one of them. Y'all gonna pay for it? Why are you even paying for the voter registration? Like all of it is going to. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know nothing about no sets. But
So let's hear.
Blues,
Let's hear
Bloods and
hear-
Crips.
Well, wait. Let's hear what Ralph got to say. Plain Dame, you got something before we go? Let Ralphie go.
She like I don't know shit about shit, but I support toilet paper. What?
Y'all
No,
ready
I
to hear
gotta hear his
Ralphie?
response to this. Yeah, let's hear what my man Ralph had to
And
say,
then Cassius Pay, I'll let you cook some more. But let's hear what Ralph got to say. Because right now we judging Darlene, but we don't know what Ralph gonna say. So hold on.
Only thing that could
They
be
had
worse
some
if he
weak
say he
Democrat
don't
in that.
know either. That's the only thing that he could mess up right now. Say, you know what? Pass. Next
So-
question. Go ahead.
I do support the military.
Congressman Norman gave his answer.
If they had some weak Democrat in office like Biden or another Obama, yeah, they'd take it over. But we can't let that happen. We got to take a strong, a peace through strength is working.
And Senator Graham addressed the question again after the debate.
What's important are the people of South Carolina. They're worried about their pocketbooks more than they're worried about the South China Sea, quite honestly. So that's going to be my biggest focus.
Representative Norman leaned on his business expertise to appeal to voters.
That worker that owner of a company who had to pay himself last, I've been there, and she hasn't. That ought to be a prerequisite on anything. You need to have been into business.
And Senator Graham saying what makes her a good choice is her readiness to be the outsider.
I'm not a career politician, but I will work hard every single day for this state. I'm not going to make promises that I can't keep, but the one promise I will make to the people is I will go up there and I will work hard and I'll get informed where I need to get informed.
And again, Election Day is next Tuesday.
When I need to, but everything else can slide because I'm an executive. I'm running this like a business, like a CEO. And that means need to know.
Right. I know what I know, and when it's time to know something, I'm gonna know it then. I'm gonna get on job training. Like what? I don't know nothing. I'm like,
but what I'm telling you is that I'm an outsider. Like.
Girl, we know.
Hey,
we know.
Way the fuck outside. So outside, your ass should never be inside. You should be outside watching somebody know what they doing on the inside.
No, it's like this is like watching two babies fight. Like that's really what this is. This is a terrible show of a political.
What? Oh, you breaking up? You breaking up real bad. Yeah.
I am. I bet I am.
All right, I hear you. I hear you good. You fine on my
yeah. Okay, so this is like watching two babies fight. That's really all that I'm getting into. It is the bar is extra low for everyone.
Yeah.
Who votes?
Yeah. The right Democrat come on the other side. They both getting smoked. They boots getting smoked in a debate because only thing dude know how to do is pick a nice tie. That's it. He got a nice ass tie on. That's it. He said business.
He said I did more than she did.
Business got one. She don't. One for me,
Right.
0 for her. South China Sea, who cares?
Right.
War? Please. Yes, please. Anything else? Not relevant.
I peace standing up. Therefore, I'm qualified.
Next question. Got it.
So before we judge too hard, right? Because look, we try to be fair. Let's hear what Megyn Kelly got to say about it.
If
Republican,
I know that this is rigged. If she says both of them did excellent, that would be the worst.
Smoke.
I hope so. Please.
She gonna smoke they boots, man. She has to.
Right, this is two Republicans, Darlene and this guy Norman. And
guy Norman.
There was kind of a shocking moment.
Sis said this guy Norman is crazy.
This guy Norman Bates.
Basic.
Sis said it don't matter who it is. Like
that's what they act. That's what they acting like. They acting like
that is funny.
Like
you
hold up,
Darlene.
Did you take the oath to the president? Okay, bring your ass on in here because this is what it do. Do you have a business that you need to boost? We doing boofing season. It's grip time. Let's go ahead. Let's get it in. Let's get it popping.
Yeah. Darling and some motherfucker named Norman was up there talking. Like what?
Megyn Kelly saying that is crazy though, y'all. So let's hear how what Megyn got to say. Her starting off like that is crazy.
Man,
moment.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, we about to get it. I got popcorn.
All right.
They had a debate last night. This is two Republicans, Darlene and this guy Norman. And there was kind of a shocking moment when the issue of Taiwan came up. It was hosted by Newsmax, and my old colleague Greta Van Susteren asked the question.
We already should have known this was
Senator, are Taiwan and the South China Sea national security issues for the United States?
Pause it real quick. Pause it.
I'm sorry.
Be like, hold up. Taiwan? We talking about Taiwan, not China, but Taiwan. It's like talking about practice, not a game.
She wasn't even saying that. She just was like, I heard of it. I heard of those countries. Have I been there?
They?
No. Do I care?
And neither do my constituents. Next question.
I support the strong men with rifles. Next. Like what?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's let her cook.
Yes.
Could you repeat the question?
Are Taiwan and the South China Sea national security issues for the United States? And if so, why or how?
I'm just going to be honest here. I'm not on national security. I'm not that informed on national security. So, but I do support the military.
Oh God. I'm sorry. I know she's just pinch hitting, but that's disqualifying. They had a debate last night. This is two Republicans.
So that's what Megyn Kelly had to say.
Well, that's on one side, but she already called the other dude other guy, pretty much.
Right.
Said, and other guy.
Crazy.
Right.
Yeah. It's not looking too hot. It's looking bottom of the barrel out here when there are plenty of people who care and can be at least slightly informed, even from a conservative perspective. It doesn't even make sense. Why are you doing this? It's like an active participant in idiocracy. It's unfortunate.
It was like the substitute teacher who usually teach gym. They stuck that motherfucker in the algebra class. Like, all right, no lesson plan. Just give us what you know and rock. And she like, look,
I don't know a damn thing, but I do know chalkboards.
I love kids. Like,
that's what I do. I love
their
kids.
education. I support their education.
Can you read?
No. However, we didn't come for that.
Damn.
We came for the snacks. I love snack time. Recess.
What time is nap? Look, what time is nap time? Ma'am, this is high school. Well, we should bring it back. We should bring it back. That's what I know. Like, man, I'm 15. What the fuck you mean? So, bottom line is, you got two weak ass candidates standing up there, and we supposed to pretend like they not weak as hell. Story at 11.
Well, speaking of weak, speaking of strong, let's talk about Kim Jong-un. Because he said, oh, you thought I was playing with you.
You already knew he was coming back. Like, come on now. Everybody know when the lick is sweet. Like,
he launched a barrage of ballistic missiles towards the sea on Thursday.
Right on time.
The day after he shrugged off a U.S. decision to scale back military drills with South Korea in an apparent bid to resume diplomacy.
He said, "Whoa, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished?" He started, he in there playing dreams and nightmares.
He said, oh, so you think that you have influence over me? Nah, I do me. Like, people don't even come over here. You can't even get over here. So let's hear about it. Look at this. Well, we was friends. We shook hands.
He said, yeah, we friends. Whole ass motherfucker. Yeah, we friends. Guess what? I'm about to launch these missiles, though. What you gonna do?
His friendship with North Korea.
Because I see you bitching out over on the other side, over there on the other side of the playground. That's what I see. I smell something. What they say? What they say in house party?
Right.
I was chilling the other day, and I saw.
I smell. I smell. That's what they say in house party. It's one of the classic movies. Yeah. It's classic. All right, let's go ahead and hear what they got to say.
Say that he'd like to meet again with the country's leader as U.S. forces wrapped up joint military exercises with South Korea. Just days ago on Truth Social, the president said Kim Jong-un was unthreatening. This morning, North Korea fired 10 ballistic missiles into the sea. Ed O'Keefe is at the White House with more. Ed, good morning.
Glad good to see you. The president's sudden shift to...
Wait, you saying him, you said he was unthreatening and you didn't think he was going to pop off.
He said, man, he must have smelled my cologne. I don't know who the fuck he think he talking to. I'm not threatening. So he think I'm
Oh.
soft. Let me go ahead and kill some fish to show these motherfuckers I mean business. That's what he said. Kill me some fish.
Asia comes as he bragged about his relationship with Kim Jong-un and said he wants to scale back joint military exercises with longtime ally South Korea because he's, quote, friendly with the North Korean leader.
I know Kim Jong-un very well.
President Trump says he expects to meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un again later this year. They've met 3 times before during Trump's first term. He even took this symbolic step into North Korea at the DMZ. But their summits yielded virtually no agreement to scale back North Korea's nuclear program.
Hold up,
Since
pause.
then, experts
I know him
believe
very
it's only
well.
grown. The president on Wednesday revealed
pause
how
it real
big
quick.
the U.S. thinks Kim's arsenal.
Pause it, please. Pause. I know him very well. His high top is like Gumby. Every time I see him, it's hammer time. Hammer time.
You are breaking up real bad.
I hear
For you. You need to figure it out on your side. I'm really good. We're good over here. It's just you. Amen.
Listen.
Not amen.
Listen.
Not you bringing Jesus into this.
Jesus has nothing to do with me and Kim Jong-un.
My
We
man
Burger
said,
King together.
Face of Stone was shocked on the other end of the phone. Word back in China that you got a special friend. Say, oh, you go over there moving at his bidding. What about me? Let me go kill some fish to show these motherfuckers I'm still him.
Pretty much.
I'm about to be killing.
You must have forgot. Who
Y'all
made
must
that
have
song
forgot.
when it was like, right?
Y'all must have forgot. The boxer.
Right? You must have forgot.
Say, hey, I seen you running around with BB. Go kill some fish. Let's wake these motherfuckers up. Should we do 6? Nah, let's do 8 this time. 2
Right.
more should get the point across.
Because the thing is, he ain't let off no missiles in a minute. That used to be big news. He like,
Yeah.
oh, hold on. Like, I can't let them get all the shine over that way. Oh, hell no.
Oh.
Let me let off.
Time to kill
me
some
let
fish.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I'm like, cause it ain't never hit nobody. He just like he launched them into some water. I'm like, here you go, killing some fish. Show these motherfuckers he mean business.
Right. He's like, we reconstituting deals around here. Yeah, let me let off. I need something else now. What I need. Famines occurring.
You know he over there like shit. Wait a minute. So y'all not okay with me feeding y'all on Tuesdays and Fridays? Nah.
Right.
Fuck that.
It's
I'm
over
about to
with.
I'm about to kill some fish and eat some fish in front of you motherfuckers until you appreciate the 2 days I let you eat.
Exactly. Going in on that.
Should be doing some damn push-ups instead of worried about when is Friday coming. You know when Friday's coming. That's when I'm gonna feed your ass. You ain't hungry. I heard you had a Burger King. Yeah, we building Burger King at my house for me. Cause I need to eat 4 days out the week, not 2.
Oh, you going was that Friday after next Friday on?
I just about to let off 8. That's the new one. I gotta let off 8. They ain't believe me when I did 6, so I'm gonna let off 8.
All right. So what I say about it, while in the background she got a little bit of difficulty, is that if you want diplomacy and you still refuse to confuse a photo op with security, Right, that's what we going to here. Trump is saying that he expects to meet Kim Jong-un again, and that's not automatically a bad thing. I'm not going to say it's that. Talking is better than stumbling into war. But North Korea's response matters more than the announcement, and its response was another barrage of missiles, like we said. We about to release 8. So, you know, we've all at this point grown up with what was going on. We done seen this song and dance before, right? So talking is good if talking lowers risk, but it does put a measurement to peace by the behavior that's going on. Like we already seen, you know, homeboy let off missiles into the fish for how long? So it's not about headlines. It's not about handshakes. It's about, you know, I have a great relationship. So let me get into some of the facts right now. On August 20th, North Korea launched more than 10 short-range ballistic missiles into the Pyongyang area towards the waters of the peninsula, like they do. South Korea military officials said the missiles traveled roughly 300 kilometers or about 186 miles. The launches came just a few hours after Trump said that he expected to meet Kim Jong-un. He said, "Oh yeah, we about to meet up. Oh yeah, let me get my order ready. Just let you know what's going on." And the launch also followed Trump's decision to substantively reduce the U.S. participation in the annual U.S. Korea South military exercises. Plus, let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. They ain't even got the tools, the ships to even participate in this kind of thing. And then the last point that I'm gonna talk about is that, you know, this was North Korea's 11th suspected ballistic missile test in 2026. So the thing is, they've been doing this, but guess what? We had other things that we have been covering, we'll say, or distracted by, where normally this would be big news. So that's according to the South Korea assessments. Now, I'll let you get into a little bit, and then I'll come back into it from a money angle, because we already know my name is Cassius Pay.
Is it me as in literally Jim Jones me, or is
Oh,
it
you
my
back.
name? Now I'm back. Hi.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, my computer was like, and it was like,
He's
"Get
like,
outta here."
we can't hear you. I'm like, no, I can hear me just fine.
It said do not compute, was like, get out of here. So I'm back. Were you talking about for me or plain name? Were you hopping in?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so from what I see from this, it's concerning because I didn't get to hear what all Cassius Pay said, but it's concerning for how the world is seeing America, because to me it's the equivalent of, let's say you at work and you get written up for something, right? Okay. Or you that person that just that don't care too much. I don't care, I do what I want, right? And then you get a new manager. The manager's like, but we cool though, right? Like, we cool. Your peers is cool, we cool. You think you cool, but that person lets you know, it don't matter who you bring in here, I'm doing me. For some reason, you thought that you were gonna stop them from doing some of the stuff they want to do. Kim Jong-un is that person. I'm still doing what I want to do. You ain't stopped me from doing nothing, moving no type of way. You can't just pull up in my country. You're not getting no bases on my land. Like, it's just, I think it's kind of a false safety in some ways, thinking that we were cool.
But you said we cool, but you still a band.
We ain't that cool.
Yeah.
As soon as you left, as soon as I felt like I was gonna do it, I'm hitting you with them. I'm hitting the missiles to let you know, if you mess up, these missiles right here, we are practicing. Don't think we stopped. Can't stop, won't stop, didn't stop. So
he said, "You just do you. I'ma do me." You want to talk about it? I launch missiles.
And my main concern with that is, let's say Kim Jong-un was like, I don't want to mess with y'all like that. What kind of capacity do we have at this point? We messing with too much stuff. So the importance around this is understanding that it sure sounds like in America, doesn't really sound like we have any allies these days. I think we just did something with adding more, trying to do something with more tariffs on Canada.
No, he just reduced tariffs.
Iran said, "Oh, okay, so y'all keep playing. We gonna point this over Europe. So you about to have them shook. Russia not messing with you like that because they try to pull up on Ukraine. You giving Ukraine money, but what Ukraine gonna do for you if you do it for them? I'm just trying to figure out."
All right, so
a lot of people that's upset right now at us.
Let's keep it real.
It's too crazy going on. So that's my thing on that.
All right, I appreciate that. Now let's keep it real. When we hear, North Korea missile launch, most Americans think, that's far away, and that's a fair assessment. But let's be for real. That global instability still finds its way into household budgets. That is more military tension. That increases pressure for defense spending. And then the governments fund that with taxes, debt, and that's been in the headlines, or cuts specifically somewhere else. Now, how does that impact us? Now, for those who care about markets, the markets dislike uncertainty. The defense stocks, they jump. Everyday retirement accounts can take whiplash, though, from everything else. What does that mean? For those of us who care about our goods, our services, that's the shipping routes, that's the energy market, that's semiconductor supply chains and electronics. Christmas is right around the corner. You think that stuff get here in October? Nah, that stuff is sitting here before all that, before your Christmas time. And that's the manufacturing, and that all depends on a stable Asia's Pacific region. Now, what's our biggest money lesson here? Is that people at the top can treat conflict like strategy, but regular people, you feel it later. And what you feel it as? You feel it as higher prices, market volatility, or your budget that suddenly just has no room for your domestic needs. Your gas, your toilet paper, etc.
I say we just blow all these motherfuckers up.
Oh no, you don't.
No,
you don't.
Not on our Daily Drip show, we didn't.
No, hell no. No, I'm my bad, y'all. I just pulled a Kim Jong-un. I just wanted some attention.
Missile launch is not a peace plan, my friend.
Not at all. Not at all. But for some strange reason, he feel like every time he beat his chest and have a little man moment, we supposed to go run over there and talk to him and eat with him Tuesdays and Fridays. Like, it's getting old. He's been doing this same missile launch strategy for years. The same thread of, I could make this motherfucker go a few more kilometers over. Keep playing with me. And it's like, we know what you can do. We know what you want to do. We get it. What are you practicing for? Because over here we don't practice. We bomb first, like Tupac. What do you want? Because at the end of the day, you never really know what Kim Jong-il really wants. It's been many a presidents that can't really break. He's so stoic, and he sits there and he just perched up and he's just like, yeah, let's take a picture, let's shake hands. What do you want?
I mean, he's still got to show. He's still got to show his constituents that he mean business too, right? When you in that space and you got famine going and you got a whole bunch of other stuff, you got people defecting and baseball sliding across the border and all that kind of stuff just to make it through. then you gotta save face in various kinds of ways. One of which is showing strength. Like, I launched these missiles, and the thing is, he could tell them that he launched 10 missiles at the U.S. and then everybody believe him.
But that's my saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like they don't. You know how that is. You know the girlfriend in the house who get her ass whooped scared of the man, but when he go outside, man, fuck him. We'll beat his ass. It's that kind of energy.
Or the man of the house scared of everybody outside, but came in the house and said, "You know what? I whooped their ass, baby." You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's one or the other. They
don't
can't
mess
watch
with
TV.
Big bad, real bad.
What happened? Well, he said something about my flat top, so I just started launching shit. Like, what? Him so angry. We got to keep him happy. Like, but what do you want? What do you want?
I don't know.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Button again. Yeah.
You know, one
figure
thing.
It out in a minute.
One thing we can agree that they probably don't, that they do want though, is for you not to tell me what I can and cannot do. I feel like that's at the baseline of most of. If I'm over a country or an area or anything where I control, I don't know, everything, I'd be damned if you gonna tell me what to do. I want you to stop doing this and start doing this. That's what I want. I feel like that sums it up.
But it's like, do you want some money? Do you want to work out a new trade agreement? Is there some products you're trying to get off? What the fuck do you want?
This. I want you to do this. And when my people talk about they gonna come over there.
Then it'd be like 3 presidents later. Motherfucker still launching missiles at fish. Like, what the fuck do you want?
All right, let's try to tone down on the F-bombs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon me. No, but we keep it pushing. We've been on this.
Speaking of F-bombs, people definitely want to drop one on what's going on with the water. We over there, if you talk about water a second ago, talk about launching into the water for no reason. Listen, the U.S. could use some of that water.
I was thinking that too.
They use some of that because there has been a water crisis, and people are like, "Oh, it's not that big a deal," but it is a crisis. It's a crisis because the way the sources and how people get water in some of these communities and places and states and so forth are being threatened because regulations are being lifted. It depends on who you ask, right? But let's hear about it.
Department of the Interior just announced that they've finalized the 2027-28 Colorado River Plan. As part of that plan, federal officials set a minimum water level for Lake Powell sitting at 3,510 feet, which is about 10 feet lower than the current water level of the lake. The department goes on to tell us that the decision was made in order to protect operations at Glen Canyon Dam, which operates and generates electricity for several states.
So they say what we're going to do is we're going to sacrifice the water for the electricity.
Well, the thing is that the turbines don't run if the water is too low, and you can't do that. So you're gonna have to get your water, get it how you live. But electricity is, especially on that side of the globe, right? It's hot. It's hot as hell. On every state that's below that. That's Nevada. That's California. That's Arizona. I don't know if it's New Mexico. Everybody that's on that grid that need those turbines to go so that you can add in power to the grid, so people don't act like they're from the UK and shit when the AC run out, because that's really what's gonna happen. You have brown.
The reason why this is relevant, though, what else have we been sacrificing water for? Anybody want to take a guess?
I'm gonna do the gram, and I'm gonna say I don't know.
We're sacrificing water for the data centers, and if you watch our previous lives, we talk about it sometimes about what the data centers. there is a substantial amount of water that it takes to allow to make sure the machine is cool, and it also needs that. So when we talk about electricity, right? So you need the electricity to make the data center run. You need water to get the data center to run. We all need water to live. And they're like, well, we could just drop it 10 feet. This is a water crisis. Like there is no a lot of this other stuff without water. And where we're allocating water, keep your eyes on this because it's so important where you live and where the water's going. I know in some states and some communities, they usually have like a system that the water flows through and they distribute the water. Well, some of these communities are like, you go pay to feed yourself and have the water brought in. Having the water brought in is crazy, y'all.
So the
do with that what
River
you will.
story is not merely about climate politics. This is an actual household cost. So what's that? That's food,
And
that's power,
light.
that's insurance, that's a housing story.
A new generator.
Literally you being able to drink water though. Like besides all of that, you won't even, if you had to live off the land, they willing to sacrifice that. They're like, that is the basis of life.
But think about it.
want
Yeah,
to live off
you
land.
bringing it up.
Water.
It's the practical question, and it's not will my faucet run dry tomorrow? It is how does a water stressed region get more expensive before it obviously becomes unlivable? That's the part about it. So let's talk about some of the straight up facts. Lake Powell was reported to have about 1/4 full in 2026. Federal projections warn that Powell could fall below 3,490 feet, a threshold tied to minimum power pool operations, and that's at the Glen Dam. So, reporting that the federal plan said that Arizona, California, and Nevada would need to reduce their Colorado River use by about 20% over 2 years. That's aggressive as hell because I'm gonna tell you how water rights work. It works over like 100-year period. That's how water rights work. And the Colorado River's existing operation rules expire around the end of 2026. So that's where we at with it. So on the money
counting
angle,
your showers.
there you go. So on the money angle tip, agriculture becomes more expensive. That's lifting up your grocery costs. Utility and municipal rates gonna increase. Builders face restrictions. Why? Because you're talking about growth in a bunch of different areas. It'd be a bunch of different areas that didn't have water where it once was. So that's affecting housing supply and prices. Hydropower issues. That's going to affect energy costs. Drought exposure. That's going to alter insurance and property values. Because if you can't live out there, guess what? Your property ain't about to be worth what? Exactly. So what's the power move here? Before moving or buying, check your local water supply, the restrictions, the utility rate history, and the planned development. If they growing out there, that means the water is getting short out there. Treat water resilience as part of your property's value. Maybe you got a well, but guess what? You're gonna have to look into that too. Because if the water table's going low, guess what? It's going low for you too. Keep the household water storage basics and follow local restrictions when they apply. Don't let these institutions put a responsibility on the individual household while ignoring the system scale. Because Jim Jones brought up data centers. So water is not just life. It's the first utility bill hiding inside your groceries, inside your rent, and inside your insurance. Money.
This is depressing.
But you know what? We talked about Captain Planet, right? I know we talked about Captain Planet before, and I know that everybody thinks about. Let's go back to anybody who was a '90s kid. Anybody who was ever a kid in the '90s.
Look,
you had Captain Planet, you had Magic School Bus. Y'all think that wasn't with reason? They knew they were trying to get you to be like, oh, I should give a dang about the world.
Look, now, when you said that, all I heard was that damn big ass water bill is yours.
Smokey the Bear. I mean, I could go down the list of
This
all
bill
the things.
belongs to you too.
Right.
Safe. What was it? It was Safe, right? Was the drugs? It was called Safe, right?
Talking about McGruff?
Dare. Sorry, Dare. Dare was the drug. See, look, you knew exactly.
Dare
I bet you
to
know
pay
the
that water
What was the
bill.
colors? Drop some drip in the comments. What was the colors for Dare? Ah! We didn't even plan that. That's crazy.
I stay strapped.
But I'm just saying, like, all these things that are coming up as anybody was a 90s kid, going 80s, 90s kids, any of y'all who are coming that are watching this, just think about the things that are coming up today. In a lot of ways, they really kind of knew it was coming. And they're like, hey, Captain Planet, Earth, water, wind,
There's no people
fire,
your grandparents' age set you up for failure out here.
But hear me out.
We could have been doing other avenues of industry and other places, but people chose to be selfish as hell.
I'm just saying real quick. Captain Planet, think about it. In the past, I don't know, 18 months, what part of Captain Planet of the rings has not touched us? We've had fires. We've had hurricanes. We're running out of water. The food and the fertilization and the actual soil is screwed.
You talking about heart?
No, we didn't even get to heart. What heart?
We ain't
What
got
you
no
mean?
heart.
No, wait. The heart is this part. Hear me out.
You said heart.
Hear me out on the hard part, though. Population. Game over. Game over. You don't have population. Whether it be by choice, and sometimes, unfortunately, shout out to the families, like hearts and prayers to those who it's not a choice. Because, there's people who cannot. There's a population. The ability for people to want to be together, to populate, is a thing. They over here with AI talking about, hey there, chat baby, show me them AI titties. Like, what?
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm faithful to my co-pilot. It's just me and my co-pilot. We gonna ride this out.
We did a show about the AI marriage. So I mean, it's literally think about like Captain Planet, Smokey the Bear, California, Dare drugs. We went from that was made back like the sea with cocaine and all that, and we talking about meth. Like it's just think about all the shows that you had about environment, future of the world, 80s, 90s kids. It's actually mind-blowing crazy. And at some point, we're gonna have to go ahead and dig in, y'all. That's the message to convey. Can't keep ignoring this. Cannot keep ignoring this. It's here. And we all are aware of the impacts because you were educated at a young age on that. But speaking of educated, let's talk about government budgets disappearing faster than the Colorado River.
My damn.
Talk about your boy, Elon Musk. I ain't gonna do the hand thing, but y'all know it went from here to there, and you just here over there. right?
Say it again.
It went from over here, and his hand ended up over there somewhere.
It was like this, and then it went
Y'all
all the way
heard the
down,
sound, right? It went
like that. All right.
So I'm sorry. So let's hear about this. Let's see what's going on with this, y'all.
Yes. $2 trillion. Now that the Government Accountability Office has completed an extremely thorough and damning review of Elon Musk's work at DOGE, it's worth revisiting the many times that Republicans overhyped the project. GAO found that DOGE wrongly claimed credit for tens of billions of dollars in savings that never happened, and wrongly claimed credit for canceling 9 dozen leases and nearly 2,000 government contracts. But at least it was transparent about its cuts, right?
We post our actions to the DOGE handle on X and to the DOGE website. So all of our actions are maximally transparent.
Except GAO found the opposite was true, and that DOGE, quote, did not use its stated methodology to calculate the majority of savings associated with the contracts reported as terminated. So
now hold on.
It's like, hold on.
remember?
Big Boss said that anything that was DEI and black, we gonna cut.
Well, wait, let's reference that previous. We had another live. We have a video where there was DOGE workers that they interviewed, and they asked them, "Hey, what was your criteria for cutting this?" They said exactly what you just said. So
they said
y'all
black.
go back and look. Go on YouTube. Just search it. Search DOGE employee interviews, cutting DEI or discrimination. I don't know if we're allowed to even say it, but like that was what they were being accused of, and they have the interviews.
Yes, I mean that's what they did. And the thing is that we are also on wax. Myself, and I will dare to say plain Dame, but I'll let him speak for himself. But I, for certain, when all of this was going through at the beginning of it, when it was supposed to be a Department of Government Efficiency, I was all on board with this because I was like, okay, if somebody's finally coming through and giving some real oversight on things that we need, or we can cut down. To me, that makes a lot of sense because, again, my name is Cassius Pay. I'm all about the money anyway. So if the government programs work, keep them. If they help us be productive, enhance them. But if they don't do much for us, then let them go. That's where I thought that we were going to be at. It's a simple execution plan, but here we are today. And it's been dismantled, and we are higher in debt as a country than we have ever been, if you didn't know. Hitting 40 trillion.
I'm gonna say this. I still love the idea of what they were trying to do, but just like everything else, we needed somebody to really they need oversight as well. You know what I mean? I feel like the idea was great. The execution might have been a little piss poor because we already know what the execution was about. It was good first and results second, when it should have been what's the results of this? What is the long-term goals of this? How can we get better every year with this as we go through
and I will be remiss. We will not overlook the fact that it was essentially a data breach where they had access to everybody's name, socials, etc., etc. You get what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
that also needs scrutiny, and you're gonna hurry up and dismantle the damn thing. Nah, it ain't over.
I'm like, keep
as
it
a
open.
government constituent, I am highly pissed off at the lack of execution and the amount of vulnerability that was provided to a private party for governmental action. Accountability must be served.
Yeah, y'all open a restaurant. Don't shut it down because you ain't like how the chef was cooking. Change the mother chef. Let's go back in and fix this and make this make sense. You know, and keep the transparency part going, because I feel like that was the first time we actually got to see where our money was actually really going.
Not really, though, when you think about it. Like you got to see what people were cutting, and then they made headlines off of, people spend $40,000 on some shrimp. $40,000 on shrimp, cut it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, other stuff.
Yeah. My thing is, it started the conversation where there once weren't one. Where it was like, I would like to know what's going on, and politicians was like, yeah, I want to know what's going on. How we, we gonna talk about that next time I run for office. We gonna have that discussion. We're
gonna do a study.
Yeah, we gonna study, and I'm gonna talk to a few people, and a few people gonna talk to some other people, and then we gonna go through a think tank, and then from the think tank we gonna tell you what we think. All that old, tiptoeing, run around BS. People got excited off of the idea of actually believing that they may know where their money is going. So in theory, I like what we were trying to do, but it's like I said, I knew it was gonna be. We all knew it was gonna be trial and error, and then on top of that, like somebody within government should have been doing this shit. It shouldn't have been somebody from the outside walking in saying, "Hey, appoint me, I can do this." And it's like, no, we should already internally doing this. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Makes sense.
Okay,
So
go ahead. Sorry, I didn't know you keep
No,
going.
if you're gonna move on to the next thing, I'm gonna just say a couple things. So you let me know if you had.
No, I
something
was just gonna
you
finish
input.
this video.
Okay, go ahead and finish the video.
So what was it good at? Prematurely celebrating things it never ended up accomplishing. Let's roll
Yep.
the tape.
The algorithms are crawling through the data. And as he says, the data doesn't lie.
DOGE has been beyond successful. Every American should be thanking President Trump.
Highlighting every day on Twitter in a very transparent manner waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government.
This DOGE program in my adult life is one of the most important audits of government or changes to government structure we have seen.
There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the DOGE savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt because the numbers are incredible.
If you can get $1 trillion of economic growth and you cut the budget deficit by $1 trillion, between now and next year, there is no inflation. There's no inflation in 26.
I think we can do at least $2 trillion.
Yeah.
And this is actually his conundrum. Like him inserting himself in politics is actually what's leading to the demise of several companies that he overheads. Because now he's being known as a person that put 20 on 10, as they say. Plain Dane, tell me what's 20 on 10.
Shit. Bush.
Exactly.
Overvaluing stuff that we know for a fact because we didn't see that. We know how that story go. We from the streets. We know what that looks like.
Right.
I mean, we saw the play. Like everybody, if you smart, you saw the play. You knew that with Trump always put 30 on 4. It's the greatest thing ever. You know that. You know he's gonna do that. So my hope was they actually build a system that can be improved over a duration of time. I knew they weren't gonna get it right the first go round. It's too much stuff that they gotta dig through. And you're not gonna sit there and tell me, Teacup 16 and 5 other guys are gonna go through it and then figure it out in 6 months. I don't give a damn how smart you is. The waste and fraud go back way too many damn decades. This system was built way before we even knew what Elon when he was born or his father's father. It's already been in place. So it's gonna take some time to really.
People been eating off of that, right?
That's what I'm saying.
It's like lords and serfs.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna take some time to perfect because it's money hiding everywhere, baby. It's money hiding everywhere. So, in theory, like I said, I like the idea, but all of that old, the chubby person halfway through the race talking about we won already because we started the race shit ain't it. It ain't it. We got to go back in and really figure it out. Maybe they rename it because the DOGE has a stench to it now. You know what I mean? Maybe they put a different tagline on it. I don't know.
It was
Who
still
is it?
because of that damn coin that he had anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
But government spending deserves scrutiny. Waste is not sacred. Just because the government has a logo on it when we talking about DOGE. But cutting waste and cutting capacity are not the same thing. The question is always what gets cut, who loses access, and where does the cost get pushed next? So here go the straight up facts with it. The government can reduce one line item while shifting costs to state governments. And I know that my man Plain they know about that, because that's hospitals, that's nonprofits, that's businesses, and that's families that buy insurance for number one. So the relevant calculation is not just how much did the government save, but it's also how much did people have to spend because the service became slower, harder to reach, or it might even disappear. Not every cut is harmful, but not every program is effective. The evidence should be service quality, processing times, fraud reduction, and the cost per person saved, and the effect on the households. Because the cuts, they actually are uneven when you think about it. The wealthier people, they can hire accountants, they can hire lawyers, they can hire doctors, consultants, and even private services. But working people, us, we lose time navigating longer wait times, missing documentation, delayed benefits, or closed offices. These are people that are trying to get benefits. There are food lines that are having the same thing going on right now. Shortages everywhere. Local government may have to raise fees. They're raising taxes. And are you getting a better level of service? Nah. Something else to replace lost support. The cost does not disappear, people. It is transferred. So you can talk about a power move. Just ask a better question. Why did they cut it in the first place? Who picked up the bill afterward? A cut is only efficient when the bill does not quietly get forwarded to people with no room left on their cards. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. That was financially poetic, my brother.
I appreciate that.
No, but that's real. No, that's real. Because I deal with that conversation every single day. You know, that's why you got certain people, like even those people like the Sherling kid that ended up in prison because he was overcharging for that AIDS medication. You know, like corporate greed is a thing that's been hurting us. And then once you get the government involved, it's almost like it's a license to steal at that point because you can just blame the government. So,
right, it ain't
right
me. They allowed me to do it.
It wasn't. It's not my fault. It ain't my fault. Did I do that?
I mean, even Warren Buffett
you more?
said that he wouldn't have a problem paying the higher taxes, but if you put it in the tax code, like I have no choice.
Man,
I have no choice but to maximize. I'm a fool.
That's never changing. That's never changing. Long as you got ways for us to tap dance around ways of paying taxes, billionaires are gonna do it. Half of the billionaires are not even liquid billionaires. They just billionaires in asset. They don't have a dollar. They credit. I could borrow against whatever I got in this money market account.
Right.
Which the whole
Pythagorean theorem, the way that they be leveraging everything. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Well,
Not mad at it though. Just crazy.
Well, you know what you should be mad at? Maybe just a little bit. What's going on in Gary, Indiana?
Oh shit.
Y'all hear what's going on with Gary, Indiana?
Rest in peace, Michael.
The residents prepare a lawsuit after power outages. So let's hear about it. If y'all haven't heard about it, let's get to it.
I've been out of power since Tuesday of last week. and I'm still sitting in the dark. I got my grandmother with me, so we have to go out, get our phone charged, get food. We have to throw away the food, trees in the lawn.
Communities of color are left behind and always feel like they're the last to get turned on or the last to get rescued in these situations.
It's not okay for us to continually be in survival mode. We need to have a light at the end of the tunnel.
It's been pretty rough.
Well, more than a week and a half after devastating storms swept through Indiana, killing at least 7 people, thousands are still without power. Utility crews working around the clock, but the thousands of lingering outages remain concentrated in the northwestern part of the state. And
So, anything to add before we continue down?
Yeah, I've been hearing about this quite a bit. I'm understanding they've been in the dark for 8 days now. So, and everyone said the same thing. Not Michael Jackson City. Not Michael Jackson City. I'm like, yeah. It's a lot of us there. A lot of us are there. Yeah, and it's also
It's
a
not
testament to how
high economically thriving city either.
that's where I was headed.
Yeah, so because of that, depending on how much you have in your city or city management, right, there's going to be some struggles financially as well. I know that in the parts of some other parts of the way, in Ohio, as an example, there are some communities that also have financial issues, or how rather people use the finances. I think back, I'm not saying this is what's going on in Gary, but I've seen in Ohio where there's fraud, not alleged, they prosecuted for fraud on the money from the city. And so if you were to have, let's say, I don't know, something like this happen, you don't have the money to put in the budget to have people work the overtime, or to get maybe another city can come and help you with resources. Those are things that neighboring cities would do for you for a fee. They ain't gonna be free, baby. It's gonna cost. So if you ain't got no money, I can't help you, honey. So, y'all got anything else to add before I hit play?
Nah, let it rock.
I'm gonna go ahead. You just gonna hit me with it.
You didn't say anything.
I just tried to
hate
come in. All right. So when we talking about this, a storm is a storm, right? But the outage itself is not proof technically of a land grab, a gentrification plot, or intentional neglect. So it seems. But when a majority black city is left without power longer than surrounding places, and the residents have to burn through food, wages, medicine, transportation, temporary housing, savings just to survive, it's fair to ask the second question. Who can afford to stay after that emergency? And who gets positioned to buy what is left? It's the same old age-old story. The concern is not the weather, as if the weather has a master plan, but the concern is that the people with money are often prepared to profit over the aftermath, while local families are forced to make survival decisions. And we can stop right there, but I'll let you, I'll let you rock with that a little bit. Go ahead and hit that play button.
Okay.
Ground zero of the outages is centered in Michael Jackson's hometown of Gary, Indiana. Utility company NIPSCO says some 40,000 in the region could remain in the dark until sometime next week. News Nation correspondent Alex Capriello is live for us there in Gary. So, Alex, what is the situation there?
Yeah, Nicole, it's been 10 days since this storm hit Gary, Indiana, and scenes just like this one are playing out all across the city. You see these downed trees and the downed power lines that still need to be cleaned up. The result is tens of thousands of people that live here in this city still without power.
I mean, just at all of the years of my life, I've never seen this much devastation, this much damage.
New numbers from the Northern Indiana Public Service Company, also known as NIPSCO, show around 43,000 customers are still without power. 16,000 of those are in Gary, including Gary Mayor Eddie Melton. Melton has repeatedly voiced his frustrations with NIPSCO, saying the utility company needs to do more to restore power to his city. His
Power company. Sounds interesting. In the background, I'll go see who else offers electricity in the area. So I'm going to keep it rocking.
NIPSCO is
now
the main
requested.
NIPSCO is okay.
NIPSCO is the main one.
Additional utility crews and linemen to help speed up recovery efforts.
Just imagine someone with medical conditions, individuals that haven't been able to talk to family members around the country, reaching out, wondering how they're doing. So this is frightening for a lot of folks.
And many Gary residents are taking their frustrations straight to social media, calling for more help and questioning why it's taking so long to restore power.
Like a horror movie out here.
Some are also alleging that Gary's racial demographics are playing a role in how quickly resources are reaching the community. Thousands of residents are now taking legal action against NIPSCO. A lawsuit filed against NIPSCO claims this damage and the power outages could have been prevented if the utility company had better managed the vegetation and trees that grows around the power lines.
They have to be accountable to the people they've harmed, physically, financially, whatever. They would like to blame it on an untoward weather event. Well, we know there's going to be weather events every year. At the end of the day, it's NIPSCO. And unless we hold them to account, they're not going to change.
Relief is also coming from the state. Governor Mike Braun requested an expedited disaster declaration from FEMA and brought in the National Guard to help communities recover. The emergency declaration will allow impacted Hoosiers to receive up to $5,000 in recovery assistance.
Many of us that believe in God and believe that our faith is what helps us endure these storms, I truly believe that this is going to make us stronger at the end.
We reached out to NIPSCO to see if they have any sort of comment about this lawsuit that was recently announced. We're still waiting to hear back.
All right. I bet you are.
Yeah. All right, but let's see this pattern for people who be left out to dry, right? Let's get into it. Gary, it's about power. Flint is about water. Katrina is about housing and displacement. Oh, hold on. Maui was about land, recovery, and who could afford to return.
Hawaii also got hit with a storm that was pretty bad recently as well. So, again.
So, when infrastructure fails in the communities with less wealth and less political protection happens, do residents get made whole or do they merely get made movable? You think of it like the stock market. When people have the issues, guess what? The stock goes where?
Stock gonna go down, so you're gonna want to buy.
Well, that's what the opposite people do. When people run out the building, the firefighters run in. That's when the sale happens, and a lot of people don't understand that. And that's really the game. It's when the bad headlines come, or if you can anticipate when the bad headlines come, that is when there's absolutely a, as they call it, a quote unquote fire sale that happens on the stock. And this is no different. The stock and land they're both the same thing. So in this case, I brought up Flint, but Flint is a cautionary tale about what happens when leaders try to save money by making a cheaper short-term decision with public infrastructure. The city switched water sources in 2014, and that was without proper corrosion control. The result was aging pipes, and that leached lead into the homes. That's still something that's going on today, and we have not brought it up enough as a nation, and it affects our people. So, you know, the progress is real, and the legacy to that is still real. But let's get back to what's going on the other side of the Rust Belt. what are you gonna do with your money, right? Household budgets, ownership. These are things that we want to bring into the fold as we start talking about leverage and things going from bad to worse in some of these areas. But before I go into that, I don't know if there was more of that going on over there on the video.
No, video's done.
Oh, okay.
That was it. No, that was the end of the video.
I'll finish it. Because NIPSCO, the outage map listed about 41,000 customers that were out without power as of today. But the blackout has a real price. And what's that price for most people when there's a blackout? That's food. That's medication that's lost because it got to be refrigerated. That's remote workers that lose pay or productivity. That's parents who face sudden childcare or transportation costs. And that means that people who got a little bit of means, guess what? They go into a hotel because hotels usually have some sort of battery backup or generator power, ice batteries and fuel that they didn't budget for. And then the utility bills, they don't stop. They still showing up, even when the service don't. So how do we empower ourselves in this case? Keep at least a 3-day outage kit. So that's going to be water. That's going to be shelf-stable food. So that's food in cans and packages. Make sure you got a flashlight, preferably one that winds up, right? One of those that doesn't rely on, being plugged in. You need to keep batteries, cash, medication, charger banks. And then you need copies of your documents, because in situations like this, the worst thing that can happen is that you don't have access to your docs.
Right. That's all I got.
I mean, we talking about survival at this point, so I was just trying to make sure people think about that.
Yeah, well, this brings us into our last thing where we're going to talk about finances and about working. So let's go ahead. Y'all know that I am a fan of the Wall Street Trapper. And so he had a little bit of drip that I think was helpful. I think
your job wasn't never designed to make you rich.
I think when you think about what's going on, it's gonna take some money. Okay, it's gonna take some money. So let's hear what he got to say about a little drip before we get up out of here.
That's right. Your job wasn't never designed to make you rich. And I know some people are gonna hear that and say, Trap, what you talking about? Bro, I made good money. And some people are gonna say, yeah, well, tell me what to do. But just listen to what I said. Your job was designed to pay you for your time. And that's the difference between making good money and building wealth. So let's talk about it for a second. Think about it like this. You go to work, you give them 30, 40, 50, 60 hours. They give you a check. You want another check? You got to give them another 30, 40, 50, 60 hours. And there's nothing wrong with having a job. I'm not the person to tell you something wrong with having a job. But we got to think about this. A job can feed your family. A job can pay your bills. A job can give you money you need to start something. But here's what you got to understand. That's called income. It's not the finish line. Because the only way you make more money is by going to work.
That's right there. The only way you can make money is by going to work. Something happened to you?
Well, it's a pragmatic approach to, I don't want to date no man with a 9 to 5, that kind of situation that people be putting themselves into. And I'm just gonna keep it all the way real that a job is not the energy, or not the energy. It's not the enemy. But it wasn't designed to make you rich, as he said. So we can be fair about a job. What does a job give you? Gives you income, gives you structure, gives you benefits, experience, relationships, and most importantly, when you thinking about doing something on your own, hanging your shingle, as they call it, a launch pad. The problem is treating a paycheck like a whole financial plan. Paycheck like a whole check, right?
Right.
So that your employer is paying you to work. Go ahead.
I would say that you don't even get 100% of. You really, you get what's left.
You get about 60%, maybe 50.
You know, how big your
But then
paycheck is.
the employer's paying you to work. You produce today. They're not automatically paying you to own tomorrow, right? And that's why people can work 40, 50, or 60 hours a week and still feel one layoff away, one medical bill away, one benefit cut away, or one car repair away from the whole thing just wobbling or even crashing down. But a job is a tool, right? The cage begins when your job is your only tool.
Yep. And
That's
he's about to
your
get
issue.
into other types too. So let's go
Okay,
ahead.
let's let him work. Right.
The minute you stop going to work, the minute you stop making money. Now let's transition into wealth. The part that nobody really truly explains to us, we only have concepts about. First, you work for the money. Then you take a portion of that money and you make that money work for you. See, we've been trained to trade time for money. We got to reverse engineer that and start trading money to buy back our time. We do that by stocks, businesses, real estate, assets. I'm a Wall Street trapper, so I love using the stock market, buying great businesses, owning great businesses, letting those businesses pay me dividends, and at some point even trading those businesses through options, swing trades, and leap trades. Now, so the goal is not to quit your job. The goal is to make your job your biggest funder. That's the goal. Now, let the paycheck fund the transition into a business that's already working. Let's go a little further with that. Because your job was never designed to make you rich. Just understand that. While you work in a job, you are 100% somebody else's asset. Now, the question is,
You somebody's
what are you
bitch.
doing
He's right.
to
Yeah.
make money after you get paid? And that's where strategy comes in, infrastructure comes in, where your strengths at, right? And that's when we start saying, can I trade? Can I day trade? Can I swing trade? Can I leap option trade? That's where skill sets come in at. And skill sets that teach you how to multiply your money over time is where you start to buy back your freedom and you start to really learn how to build wealth. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Share this out with somebody that really want to start building wealth in 2026. Salute.
There you go.
One thing that people don't talk about is the risk component of it. And I think that that's what makes people hesitate with doing certain things. They're like, oh, it's a risk for me to open a business. I mean, technically, it's a risk for you to take an operational job because if you get hurt and you don't got the skills and your hands is gone, what you about to do? You used to, work at a cookie factory. Everything's a risk. So if you're in that context, from what he said, if you took the time you put in for that risk, where I'm working real hard, I'm doing manual labor, I only have so much time, right, to do that. And plain name, I'll pass to you about risk in a minute. But I only have so much time to do this. And then what he's saying is you got to flip that into something. So that way, when you are doing that, it's making it somewhere else. But I'll pass to you if you got anything else on risk.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I have to dive into every single day in my field. Risk assessment, right? So just was having this conversation with somebody because, this is like bonus time for a lot of different jobs that do quarterly bonuses. This is that time. So, my conversation has been, well, are you sitting around waiting on a bonus to F off some paper? Or is there something you've been looking into that you need to handle? Is there some credit cards you need to pay off? Are you going to use that said credit to get some other things going for yourself? Like how long do you stay on that hamster wheel? It's all a risk. I'm like, I drive into my office. I can get into a crazy accident on my way there. Boom. Anything can happen. So it's like, I'd rather bet on myself, if anything.
And that's a
trade
part
time
of it.
for money. Yeah, you're going to trade time for money. That money at some point, you got to stack it up so it can start doing some work for you. It's not doing anything sitting in your wallet or in some of my people.
It's actually losing money, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because inflation hits it, then you stuck. So let's put in
and they
some
print
facts
money
to
every
it.
day. They print money every day too. That's
That's
the
what
other
adds
part.
to the inflation. So in March 2026, employers spend an average of $49.32. That's $49.32 per hour on civilian worker compensation. $32.60 went to wages and salary, while $14.01 went to benefits. Your benefits. Your work creates a full compensation cost. Your take-home pay is only one piece of that picture. In 2025, only 63% of adults said that they could cover a $400 emergency expense with cash or its equivalent. That means more than 1 in 3 adults did not have that level of immediate breathing room. Let's go a little further with that. Only 55% of adults reported to having 3 months of emergency savings in 2025. A job can be steady while a household underneath is still a house of cards. So that means it's still fragile. In the Federal Reserve in 2022, household survey said that just 54.3% of families had retirement accounts with a little bit of assets in it. Among all households, only 9.3% had more than $500,000 in those accounts. Does anybody even know what you are supposed to have in the account by the time you're retiring today? I'm gonna tell you, $2 million needs to be in that account. So if you got $500,000 in that account that you done saved up over 20 to 40 years, guess what? You got 25% of what you're supposed to have to live the rest of your life. So
mostly because the assumption too is there might not be Social Security. So if you don't have enough to sustain what the future cost of living is going to be, plus there's no Social Security. I can't remember what the value was, but it was like, wasn't it like 60-70% of people living like that's like their main source of income?
The main source of income. And that ain't how it go anymore. And people used to have pensions and worked at government offices that would pay for things that they just don't anymore. Families with retirement account assets had a median net worth of about $442,900, compared with $47,000 for the families that don't have any assets. So the gap is not just about job title, it's about whether or not income is able to turn into ownership over time. And where do most people have their net worth wrapped up in? Let's keep it honest.
Their house.
Oh.
Mortgage.
Ooh. What's happening with houses these days?
House that well, we got to keep it a buck. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but
yeah,
if you bought your house down here and now your house up here, you talking about I'm not getting enough for my house. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild.
That your net worth is
who suck though, people who are really screwed are the ones who bought it up here thinking it was gonna go up there. Now y'all who got it at $30,000, now it's worth $80,000. It's for the people who bought it at $90,000, and don't nobody want to pay $90,000 for that.
Yeah, but over time, there's some people that get home equity loans based off of that equity that you had in your house, which now deteriorates and is gone. So let's take it back to that money angle real quick. The lie is not get a job. The lie is a job alone will care for everything. That's the lie. What can a job do for you though? A job can pay your rent, but it might not cover what did we talk about? A 3-month emergency fund, not gonna cover that. Raising insurance deductibles, not gonna cover that. Childcare, rent, groceries, commuting to the job, debt, not gonna cover that. Oh yeah, aging parents, not gonna cover that because they ain't covered themselves because they worrying about Social Security. But guess what happened? They ain't gonna pay for their house. They living with you now. A layoff, hours cut, company mergers, or HR email that changes your family's benefits.
Food prices. which has been
a down payment.
Insane.
It is.
Food prices are insane, y'all. And then don't even get me started. Go back and watch our other videos about food. And the food, we paying premium price. It ain't even food. Like, what is going on? If I'm paying premium price, it need to come from an actual cow, an actual pig, an actual beef.
Yeah, I hope.
Out here him eating paper mache steaks. That's what's about to happen.
We eat
next.
styrofoam. You eat styrofoam,
shit.
silicone.
And they charging you retail price for that too. Just dog walking.
And what I want to do before we leave out, man with the bat is crazy.
I'm just saying that's how it make you feel when you find out that you eating pieces of sugar and water and styrofoam. Talk about
they like you
it's
gonna
bacon. Bacon.
But I want to leave people with some empowerment when it comes to something like this. So what you can do is you can start practical, right? You don't need to quit your job and then just become like an overnight entrepreneur, as everybody want to call it, which is like an OnlyFans. Or you don't need to buy a course from somebody and then, to take it to the next level and then take a picture next to a damn Lamborghini. But what you can do is build a cash buffer first.
For the invest fest, thinking you're gonna learn to invest.
Oh my goodness!
Find a husband that's
now you
gonna
getting
take
dating
care
advice.
of you when you get in there, because
ridiculous.
He know how to get the money, and I'm just going
Soft life, as they. But build a cash buffer first. Make the first goal $500, then $1,000, then 1 month of basic expenses. A buffer can buy you time, and the time buys you better decisions because you're not under the gun.
Right.
Get a full value from your job. So understand your retirement match. A lot of places do retirement matches. Other things, HSAs, FSAs, tuition matches. You need to count that as money because that's investing in yourself. And put that on the table because it's like declining a part of your pay with manners. You're like, no, thank you. I don't need that. 4% match? Nah, no, thank you. I don't need to get that. You leaving 4% on the table when you do that. If you got you got that right. You turn that earned income into owned assets. So automate small retirement or investment contributions after covering high interest debt and basic savings. Consistency beats trying to catch the perfect stock at 1:37 a.m. Build 1 second lane. So that's a marketable skill. That's a certification, service, freelancing. Shoot, open up your own YouTube channel and see if you can make it hit. Small business, commission work, asset that produces income, that gives you options. Doing one lane well before opening up 7 tabs. Don't do that. You can't do that. That's called simulcasting or simultasking. That's not multitasking. And then the last piece on this is protect the gap. So that's the distance between what you earn and what you spend. It's not extra. The gap is an extra route. Your opportunity to fund and your ability to say no. So that's when you come up on something that you got to do at the job and you might have to start pivoting. So a job pays you for your time, but your plan pays you back for your life.
Hey.
Shut up.
Well, it was though, not real.
I mean, the goal, like before we get out of here, one of our goals is to help bring news, tips, things we find to make your life easier, a little bit better. Maybe something you just didn't know, maybe something you did know, maybe something you were curious about. So hopefully with this episode, you were able to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things that did that for you. Check out the socials below. We're on all the different platforms. But I don't have anything else for our Odd Squad tonight. And the Odd Squad is y'all. So make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button too. Drop some drip in the comments. Let us know where you are watching from. I am your co-host, Jim Jones. In the background is Cassius Pay. And next to me is Plain Dane. And we up out of here, y'all. We appreciate it. Make sure you tell 2 people you like, someone you don't, because you won't regret it. We will see you again next Friday for that late night drip. And we gonna start doing a premiere on Saturdays, baby. So be ready to see that pop up on your screen and come drip with us in the chat tomorrow. We're happy to talk with y'all. So we will see y'all tomorrow or next Friday. I'm out of here, Jim Jones. I see y'all.
We don't mind the roads, dripping, dripping from coast to coast. Valley nights, incense glow, deep bass hit, feel it flow. Drip, 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 yeah, we let it show. I squad, let the rhythm grow. Everything, yeah, we hit the boats, raise your cups, yeah. Let's make a toast, gem day, yeah. She's paid a host, dripping daily from coast to